Okay, for this episode, I do need you to do me a really big favor, and that is to pretend I don't look the way that I look right now. We are working on 3 days of no sleep in this household. My poor sweet Sam, who is at my feet, you can't see her, she's below frame, has the most aggressively moving infection I've ever seen in my life. Now, you guys know how we're basically UTI connoisseurs in this household. Like, no one knows UTIs like we do. Like, no household in America or the world has had more UTIs than we have had collectively. Mainly her, but you know, I like to contribute to the cause once in a while. This is something else. This is truly like nothing I've ever seen before. My heart aches for her in a way that I truly cannot put into words. And in that spirit, I'm going to try to keep this episode quite concise. And honestly, there isn't even that much to say. It's by nature a concise episode. So let's just fucking get into it. But I just want to acknowledge that I see the irony of me talking about things that have made me less bloated when I'm out here looking like a puffer fish. I'm also supposed to get my period. Hopefully, I mean, the sooner the better for, you know, the safety of everyone involved. Anyway. The past month or so is by far the best my gut health has ever been. Maybe like 85 to 90% of the time, I go to bed with my stomach equally as flat as when I wake up, sometimes even more so. It's very, very rare that I go to bed with a rounded belly, and that truly only happens if I go on like a full emotional stress binge. The rest of the time, my bloating is... it's never been better, and I attribute it to these three things. The first one is the most notable one. I started eating breakfast. Now, I know this isn't revolutionary. I know that most people eat breakfast, but for me, it is revolutionary. It is new, and it is very new to me. And what I didn't see coming from eating breakfast, and more specifically, just like eating 3 meals a day, is what an intense difference it would make in my bloating, digestion, and my gut health. So I think that there are 2 reasons for this. I mean, I think that based on research I've done, there are other reasons why eating breakfast or eating 3 meals a day can help with bloating. But for me specifically, I think that there are 2 big reasons. Number 1, now that I eat 3 meals a day, each meal is significantly smaller, and it just allows my body to digest more efficiently and just like move through it. So that's the number 1 reason. I'm just overeating less, which, you know, going back to what episode was it? I think I called it Am I a Fraud? I talked about the bloating and the overeating and stuff. But the other reason is something called, it's like the gastrocolic reflex, something like that. Let's see. I have it written down here. I feel like I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly too. Yes, gastrocolic reflex. So that's basically what happens when you eat. And then have you ever eaten and then after a meal gone and pooed? So it's not like the food you just ate that you pooed, right? It's the gastrocolic reflex. So it's when you eat and your brain sends a signal like, oh, okay, there's new food coming in. Let's go ahead and process the last batch, right? It's kind of like, have you ever had a dinner reservation? And then towards the end of the meal, they're like, okay, like we have another table coming in. Like you're booked out for this one. Like you got to kind of wrap it up, guys. Same situation here. Your body's like, all right, we got like new stuff coming. You got to go. So when you're eating consistently, like when you eat meals consistently, you just eliminate a lot more consistently than if you're eating less frequently. And this throws a wrench into everything I ever thought. Like I thought I had to intermittent fast in order to be able to eliminate. And there are so many people out there on the internet being like, you shouldn't have your first meal of the day until after you poo. And I totally thought that was true. But now doing this, I mean, I do usually still poo before I eat breakfast. But if I don't, eating breakfast will make me poo 100% of the time. And then I find that eating other meals, I often, not always, but often will poo after those meals too. So that has been the single biggest game changer for my gut health and my bloating out of anything I've ever done in my entire life. Like, I can't put into words how good it feels to go to bed not feeling and looking pregnant. Like, I truly cannot put it into words. And honestly, I personally think that there's something more to it than just these two reasons, because when I fasted on my flight back from Australia, the next thing I ate, I didn't overeat. It was like a pretty small meal. I immediately ballooned up. It's like my body was like, wait, I don't know how to do this anymore. It like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know the science of it. But I'm telling you, I think there's some there. Like, if you're someone who is not eating consistently throughout the day and you're getting super, super bloated each time you eat, try increasing your meal frequency. Watch what happens. The next one is warm beverages. So I don't know if you're on TikTok, and I don't know if you're on the Chinese baddie TikTok. If not, I highly recommend it. It's so entertaining. So it's this TikTok trend where people are talking basically about TCM, but it's Chinese, mainly girls, talking about just like things that their moms made them do growing up that are all TCM based, and they're sharing it. And then all these people are being like, wow, this is actually life-changing. So one of the big things is to never drink anything cold. Now, this is really big in Persian culture and in Persian medicine too. And it's something my parents have been saying to me for years and years and years and years, because my parents have also, like, not only is it in our culture, but my parents also started going to acupuncture like way before it ever became cool. So they've been hearing it from their practitioners too. And I remember in college, I was always like, no, but I have to have like iced beverages because it raises your metabolism. Like, yeah, but by such a minuscule amount that it makes quite literally no difference at all. Contra, drinking warm beverages seems to stimulate that same glucogolic reflex. I just find that I poo so much easier. Plus, I have never been more resilient to the winter in general. Now, I think there are other reasons for this. I think eating breakfast is a huge contributor. I've gained some weight, so that's a huge, huge contributor. And I've put on a lot of muscle, so that's another huge contributor. By the way, I've not gained weight from eating breakfast. If anything, I have been weighing myself. I've been losing weight like almost rapidly ever since I started incorporating breakfast. I just want to get this out there for the person who's afraid to eat breakfast because you're worried you're going to gain weight. It's been the opposite for me. Anyway, so the warm beverages, I feel like because I'm warming up inside, I'm just able to deal. Like, New York has been so cold and everyone's complaining about it. And I'm just kind of like, it's whatever. I'm so much less affected by the cold. And I am someone who's usually so fucking affected by the cold. So this is a huge game changer for me. And then the last thing is almost like a combination of the two things. By the way, going back, so this is like a big thing in TCM to like never drink cold beverages. I don't know if that's just the winter, but like I think in general they're really kind of against cold beverages too. That brings me to my third thing, and it's kind of just a combination of the two. It's to have soup for breakfast. Well, okay, there's two parts to this. So what I have been doing basically all winter, is I'll have a cup of room temperature water and take my supplements first thing in the morning. And then I have my teas and my coffees, etc. But something I just started doing is having the very first thing that touches my stomach in the morning be hot water, and then I do room temperature water to take my supplements and stuff, and then I go and do the teas and the coffee, etc. And then for breakfast, I'm having a big bowl of soup. And this has been the biggest game changer for me. Like, I can't put into words. Even just that, like, having the very first thing that goes down my gullet be hot, huge game changer. And then on top of that, having that soup for breakfast, another huge game changer. Now, I actually filmed my exact breakfast for you. It's this week's Blush Kitchen. So you'll see the whole thing. You'll see my breakfast soup. You'll see my breakfast drink. You'll see everything. It's so good. I'm so excited for you to watch. But yeah, that's basically it. It's really just eating consistently and eating and drinking hot things. That is literally it. It's no fancy supplement. It's no fancy probiotic. It's no, there are all these other things that helps. Like, do I think you should be eating like roughly 30 different fruits and veg throughout the week to diversify your gut microbiome? Yes, of course. All these things are helpful. I'm not saying any of them are not helpful. I'm just saying like the simplest, the easiest thing has been single-handedly the biggest game changer in my life. If you're prone to bloating, please try it. Please let me know what you think. This is what's worked for me. I'm just here to share. Okay, I'm going to go back to taking care of my girl because it's pure chaos in this household right now. Love you. We will chat. Well, I'll see you on Thursday. Bye. Girl, you did an excellent job.